Driving while intoxicated, tripping, or extremely sleep-deprived is dangerous and irresponsible because it endangers other people. Don't do it.
I thought I had come off my trip enough to drive, but as I hit the road I realized my trip was still in full swing as everything took on almost comic book-like visuals and the sound from the window made it seem like the car might take flight. It was about 1 p.m. and I had to pull over twice to recuperate, and at one point even called a friend who lived right up the street from where I made a stop. She said she was writing a paper due tomorrow and could not drive me home, even though I told her repeatedly I was tripping face and could not drive. By the way, I am no longer friends with this girl because a true friend would have realized how dangerous the situation was. Even though it took me what seemed an eternity to get home, along with missing a few streets and driving well below the speed limit, I finally made it. Anxiety started to return as I was alone and still filled with all this energy. I decided to take music onto my patio and do some fluid yoga and stretching. As the music played I felt compelled to dance. It was as if something took over my body as I swirled and danced so expressively with the effortless grace of a ballerina. I danced on the patio for hours until around 5 p.m. when friends started to come over to keep me company while my trip subsided. One of them suggested I play the piano while in this state, and as I played the same keys I played for years, I found that my hands just flowed over the keys and the music had much more dynamics and soul than ever before. This filled me with immense joy. I started to realize the beauty of the trip in those hours back home and was saddened that I couldn't be with her and that I couldn't go back and make the trip as beautiful as it should have been for my friends. Since previously in my circle I was known as Trip Queen and somewhat of a psychonaut, not the type to experience a bad trip. It was probably this ego and a number of other factors that influenced this. But on the come down and reflection of this trip, I realize how much value I gained from this, and how much I learned about myself, my goals, religion, my sexuality, and more than all energies. I now have a goal for my future as well as a plan to better myself in every aspect. I was overwhelmed by the immense energy I was feeling during the trip, which caused me to resist the drug instead of flowing with it. I did not want to drop my ego completely and let go. Spiritually, I realized that constant meditation is useful in quieting all this mind chatter, and after the unexplainable experiences I had on this trip I am extremely interested in harvesting these energies for healing. What I have gained from this bad trip far outweighs all of the hell I went through, and I look at it comprehensively. I can learn and appreciate this,